history, was unable to articulate his viewpoints. It is subject for now. In fact, I'll put it right. It is now, he has provoked discussion, and it should be thrown open, whether you are in government or you are outside government. Thank you, and God bless you.
And now we have the population today. Professor Ango Abdullahi told us just now about what it was that we had one university to start. The public universities, all of those who are in power today, were schooled in public universities. What has become of the public universities today? I have been to campuses, and I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, and our leaders, with the way you are playing with our lives, that we are raising hungry people now, because the country that we met, they were eating half chicken a day, or half chicken in the morning or in the afternoon, and so on and so forth, because the government then prepared for the students. What is the investment in the human capital that we're having now? And that's why, from the civil society perspective, we feel when a government has not performed, with a good election, you can change governance, the governance processes. But we have a lot that we're not doing. Now we have about 149 public universities, private universities being approved. What is happening at the public universities? I was in some schools, and a vice chancellor told us that about 8,000 students were admitted. Only about 2,000 were able to pay ordinary acceptance fee. Are you surprised by that? We have a population of 88.4 million Nigerians living in extreme poverty. And so, are you surprised to see which child is in school and which child is not in school? This was not the dream of our founding fathers. And I just wonder, because he said, "Arise, O compatriot." Who is the compatriot? What is the quality of the judge? What is the quality of the lawyer? What is the quality of the politicians? We are all schooled under one constitution of Nigeria. All the politicians, all the judges who said, "I pledge to Nigeria, my country." What did you pledge to? How can you be singing with water in your mouth? We watched, with the last election, before the last election, many of us in the civil society, you will say, what is our business? All we wanted was free and fair election, so that we can choose. We don't care who is going there, because many of us struggled during the military rule, but we didn't go for politics. So you have to congratulate whoever is going for politics, but it needs to be free and fair. I'm happy that our elders have said, we have failed, and the failure, each and every one of you seated here, all of us are guilty as charged. When you are supposed to say something and you don't do that, you don't say it, you start having water in your mouth, then you are also one of the failures. If you leave the stage worse than you met it, you are a great failure. And so, when you are looking at, in 2011, at one point I took a leave of absence, took a job outside Nigeria for 4 years. But before then, under Waziri, EFCC, at a point in 2011, she said they had 400 cases in court. Only about 100 had been heard. And I came back later, those cases were not heard. Of looted, all the governors that looted the treasury of this country. Nobody, the cases were not being heard. So how do you judge? And now you have many of those who looted. They are seated quietly in the National Assembly, comfortable, because it becomes a den. I'm not saying that there are not few good people there, but majority, the poverty you have, poverty of the mind is the worst. Poverty of richness, if somebody doesn't have clothes or food, you can give them. But poverty of the mind, you are not able to. You can't do anything without that. And so I just want to say, the Supreme Court, we worked about 2 years to the election. Many of us did not sleep. Because we're working, if the same logistics were technical assistance and everything to Inec. We thought Nigeria was actually ready to have had the best election so far. We had the Electoral Act. Many of us were on the street at a point. The Electoral Act was approved. Technology had been embedded. The same technology was used against us. You have cases, you have 360 cases, 360 members of the House of Representatives, 300 and 20 cases in court. So what did Inec do? I know they are coming after me, but they can talk. What did they do? Why are you giving responsibility to another organ of the country when you are paid to do your job? What is the quality of our Nigerians? Our Supreme Court, they wrote their history. 12-hour judgment, where some of the judges were sleeping, and so on and so forth. You have written your history, but I believe in Nigeria. This country is for us, and many of us will continue to struggle with it. You are writing your history. All of us, in 100 years, all of us will be skeletons. Remember that. Thank you.
It's your